Hi, I'm Phyllis Harbinger, and today I want to talk to you about wall covering, how you specify, how you order wall covering so that you might share this with your team. I wrote a book a couple of years ago of checklists, and I have all the specifications that you need on a checklist you can use with your firm, your team, yourself, because as we know, everything that we do is all in the details, and it's really great when you have something that you can refer to make sure nothing is missed when you're placing orders. So, talking about wall covering has come such a long way, even in the 20-something years that I've been in business. And we found an amazing wall covering that we've wanted to use for a really long time. It's from Romo, and I'm going to show it to you now. So it comes on this roll, and it has a beautiful flocked glass beads. You can see a little bit of it. I don't want to open it too far because we're not ready to install yet, so I want to keep it protected. So when we were looking at this wall covering, we decided it would be perfect on a feature wall, and it's actually going to be installed on a wall where we've redone the fireplace. So it's going to have a major wow factor, and it's going to complement and also support the new renovation to the fireplace that we're in the midst of right now. When you're looking at wallpaper, every wallpaper vendor does things differently. This paper is from Romo. Is your paper sold by the yard? Is it sold by the roll? A lot of retailers will sell wall covering by the roll because it's easier for clients to understand that, especially lay people. But in our industry, many times you'll see that wallpaper is specified by the yard, but it's packaged by the roll. So you have to think about that, and you have to ask all of the questions. And then you can go a layer deeper. Is it sold by the single roll, or is it sold by the double roll? And is it packed in single rolls, or is it packed in double rolls? You also always want to think about what is the width of the wall covering that you're specifying. In commercial work, you want the 54-inch wide goods, because what happens? If you're doing major installations and a lot of yardage, it's going to take less time to hang a 54-inch panel than it will to hang a 27-inch panel. So you want to be mindful of that. You also want to know what's the origin of the wall covering that you're using. Is it from the States? Is it coming from overseas? So that you can estimate how much time you're going to need before that paper or wall covering actually arrives. And then you can set up your installation dates accordingly. You also want to think about what the substrate is. Are you using a vinyl? Is it a more sustainable material? Is it a glass bead like I have here that's flocked? Is it a flocked velvet? Is it metallic? You have to look at all of that, and you also have to look at the pattern. How big is the repeat of the pattern? How about the matching? Is it a good match where it's straight, or is it an offset match? That is all such important information for your wallpaper mechanic to have so that he can quote correctly in terms of yardage and also in terms of what his material setup is going to be. Does he need a liner paper before he actually installs? Does he need certain different types of glues? What is going to happen here? We did an installation about a year ago where our wallpaper mechanic, Dave Adams, he's amazing, he actually customed a Schluter bead, which is like an L bracket, because we were going around an outside corner, and he customized it and painted it to be the same metallic finish as our wall covering. And it looked amazing, and it protected the wall covering. So much nicer than those clear plastic liners that people use to cover a corner and protect your wall covering. This was definitely so well thought out and so lovingly detailed. So I want you to just think about all of these different aspects. There is a lot. It's a heavy lift when you order wall covering correctly, especially when you're doing it in custom world. So take a look at our checklist. You can get our book on Wiley.com or on Amazon or Barnes & Noble. And then there are checklists that live in a cloud. There's a code inside the book that you scratch off. You go to a website and you can download everything. Brand it for your own company. Print them a million times, or just download and have a file on your computer. Send it to your tablets, create digital files, and you will never ever have to worry that you missed a detail. That's all for today. We'll see you soon when we're installing. back again for part 2 of our little wallpapering video. So last time we spoke, we talked about how to specify wall covering because there are so many different things that you need to do. So today, here we are, voila! The gorgeous glass bead wall covering from Romo is up, installed. Our wallpaper mechanic from Dave Adams Wallcovering, John Matula, did an amazing job. I can't even find the seams, and I always find the seams. So it is really great. You can see here, this is a room that we're in process on. It's a really big room. It's a living room, but it goes from the front to the back of the house. And the clients are going to use this as their family room because they love to have people over, and they've got a blended family. So it's a Brady Bunch fiasco over here. You can see what we did here. We just installed new quartzite at the fireplace, and we wanted to have more of a focal wall. The other walls are painted in Revere pewter, and here we used a beautiful glass bead, and when you come closer to it, it's actually a textural moment because, as you know, visual texture looks very different when you're closer and further away, so it's very dependent on your distance. When you're coming up close to it, the little glass beads reflect light in such a beautiful way. And when you're further away, it's a very subtle tone-on-tone type of texture. So we love it. We hope you do too. And stay tuned for next installment of our video series on this residence. And we're hoping that the furniture all comes soon and we can put the room together. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great day.